Could the pills you're taking for high blood pressure be silently damaging your love life? If you're over 54, this isn't just possible, it's shockingly common. Some meds designed to protect your heart may be quietly robbing you of intimacy, energy, and confidence. But here's the good news. There are better options, and you deserve to know them. Tap like if your health and happiness matter, and subscribe for more life-changing tips made for your golden years. Hi, and this is Better Life After Golden Jubilee, where we talk real solutions for living stronger, healthier, and more connected after 54. Today, we're diving into something most people never see coming: a hidden side effect of common blood pressure medications. It's not in the commercials. It's rarely in the conversations at your doctor's office, but it can deeply affect your relationships, your confidence, and your overall quality of life. If you've ever wondered why your energy or intimacy just isn't what it used to be, the answer might not be your age, it might be your prescription. You're not alone, and this information could change everything. Let's talk honestly for a moment. If you're over 54 and taking medication for high blood pressure, you're in very good company. It's one of the most common prescriptions for adults as we age. In fact, studies show that well over half of adults in this age group are on some form of blood pressure medication. But here's what's rarely discussed, and it's something that could be quietly stealing more than just your energy. Some of these medications, while excellent for managing blood pressure, come with side effects that affect more than your heart. They can impact your personal life in very real, very personal ways. You might notice a decline in drive, performance, or connection with your partner, and it's easy to chalk it up to aging. But the truth is, for many, it's not age at all. It's the medication. Older types of blood pressure drugs, particularly certain beta blockers and diuretics, are known to reduce blood flow and disrupt important hormone balances. This combination can contribute to a lack of desire, difficulty maintaining intimacy, and a general loss of confidence in ways that are hard to talk about, but deeply felt. The worst part? Most people never even realize the connection. They just assume something is wrong with them, that they're past that stage of life, that the spark they used to feel is just gone for good. But it's not gone. It's buried beneath side effects that were never clearly explained. This matters because relationships matter, because feeling good in your own skin and maintaining healthy intimacy isn't a luxury. It's part of what makes life fulfilling at any age. And this is where knowledge becomes power. By understanding what's really going on inside your body and how these medications may be playing a silent role, you can start a conversation with your doctor from a place of clarity. You're not being difficult, you're being informed. And being informed is how we reclaim our health, our joy, and our connection. This is especially important for men, but women are affected too, just in different ways. Libido, mood, confidence, even sleep, all of these can be influenced by the medications we take. So if you've been feeling off and can't quite explain it, don't ignore that inner voice. It might be trying to tell you something important. This segment isn't about fear. It's about awareness. It's about realizing that you're not alone and you're not imagining things. So here's what I want to know from you. Have you ever noticed a change in how you feel, physically or emotionally, since starting a new medication? Leave a comment below. You don't have to share everything, but even a simple yes could help someone else feel less alone. And if you've already talked to your doctor and found a solution that works for you, share that too. Our stories are more powerful than we realize. Let's get specific now, because this is where clarity can lead to real change. If you've been feeling less like yourself lately, less interested, less responsive, less connected, and you're taking medication for high blood pressure, the name on that pill bottle could be the key to understanding why. Several blood pressure medications have been linked to sexual side effects, particularly erectile dysfunction in men. And two types show up over and over again in the research and real-life stories. The first, thiazide diuretics. These are often the first medications prescribed when blood pressure starts creeping up. They work by helping your body eliminate excess salt and water, which lowers blood pressure. Sounds good, right? But here's the issue. Thiazides can also lower zinc levels, affect testosterone production, and reduce blood flow, creating a perfect storm for performance issues. These side effects don't happen to everyone, but when they do, they're often gradual and easy to dismiss until they've become a real problem. The second group is older beta blockers, such as atenolol and propranolol. These drugs are designed to slow your heart rate and reduce the force of your heartbeat, which is useful for managing blood pressure and heart rhythm. However, these medications can also blunt your body's natural stress response, which might sound good on the surface, but it can lead to fatigue, decreased libido, and yes, erectile dysfunction. These medications have been around for decades. They're effective for controlling blood pressure, but not always ideal when it comes to maintaining quality of life. And unfortunately, many people over 50 are still prescribed these older drugs, sometimes simply because that's what they were, started on years ago and never questioned. Now, this doesn't mean you should stop taking any medication without medical guidance. That's not the takeaway here. What it does mean is that if you're experiencing these side effects, it's worth taking a closer look at what you're on and whether a more modern, side effect-friendly option might be better for your needs. In many cases, doctors aren't even aware that these side effects are happening unless you bring it up. It's a topic that's often brushed aside, yet it affects relationships, self-esteem, and mental health in profound ways. But remember, your doctor works for you. It's okay to ask questions. It's okay to advocate for yourself. Here's what's important. Not every medication for blood pressure causes these issues. And in the next section, we're going to look at alternatives that are often better tolerated, with fewer sexual side effects. But for now, let's open up the conversation right here. Have you ever had a side effect from medication that made you question whether it was really helping or hurting? Drop your thoughts in the comments. Whether you're dealing with this now or found a solution that worked, your story could make all the difference for someone else watching this. Now that we've talked about the medications most commonly linked to sexual side effects, let's turn our attention to the good news. There are alternatives, and the difference they make can be life-changing. If you're taking medication for high blood pressure and it's affecting your intimacy or overall energy, the first step isn't to stop treatment. It's to ask the right question. Is there a better option for me? Let's start with nebivolol. This is a newer type of beta blocker that stands out from the older ones. While traditional beta blockers like atenolol tend to lower libido and interfere with performance, nebivolol has shown a very different side effect profile. It helps lower blood pressure, just like its older counterparts, but it also has a unique ability to boost nitric oxide levels in the body. That's important because nitric oxide supports healthy blood flow, including to areas critical for intimacy. Many patients report fewer or no sexual side effects when switching to this option. It's not perfect for everyone, but it's certainly worth discussing with your doctor if intimacy has taken a hit. Then there are the ACE inhibitors, such as lisinopril and enalapril. These medications work by relaxing blood vessels and lowering pressure in a more targeted way, compared to diuretics and older beta blockers. ACE inhibitors are much less likely to cause issues with sexual function. They're often well tolerated and can even provide additional benefits for kidney and heart health in some patients. Closely related are the ARBs, or angiotensin receptor blockers, such as losartan, valsartan, and olmesartan. Like ACE inhibitors, ARBs help keep blood pressure in a healthy range, without interfering with hormone levels or blood flow in the same way that older meds do. In fact, some studies suggest ARBs may even improve certain aspects of sexual function by enhancing circulation and reducing vascular resistance. These medications are often just as effective, if not more so, than older treatments, but they come with fewer side effects that can harm your quality of life. So why aren't more people over 54 using them? In many cases, it comes down to habit or lack of awareness. A medication may have been prescribed years ago and never updated, or the topic of intimacy might have never come up during appointments. That's why being informed matters. You don't have to be a medical expert. You just have to be your own advocate. The right medication should help you live more fully, not just longer. Managing blood pressure is essential to preventing heart attacks and strokes. but it shouldn't come at the cost of connection, confidence, or emotional wellness. You deserve to feel good physically and emotionally, and the right treatment plan should support both. If you're unsure what you're currently taking, take a moment to check. Look at the name on your prescription bottle, write it down, and bring it to your next appointment. Ask your doctor if a newer option might work better for your specific needs. It's a simple conversation that could unlock a major improvement in your daily life. No medication change should be made without medical supervision, but no concern should go unspoken either. You are not overreacting. You are simply choosing to prioritize your full well-being. Now I'd love to hear from you. Have you ever switched medications and noticed a big improvement in how you felt, physically or emotionally? Let's keep the conversation going in the comments. Your experience could be exactly what someone else needs to hear right now. Let me introduce you to Joseph. At 67, he was doing everything right. He exercised, ate well, and took his prescribed medication for high blood pressure. On paper, his health looked great, but behind closed doors, something was missing. Joseph's confidence had quietly eroded. His energy was lower than it used to be, and his relationship with his wife, once vibrant and playful, had grown distant. He blamed himself. He thought, maybe this is just what getting older feels like. But deep down, something didn't sit right. You'd be surprised how many men blame age when it's really their prescription. One day, during a routine checkup, Joseph decided to speak up. He told his doctor exactly how he'd been feeling, not just physically, but emotionally. To his surprise, his doctor didn't brush it off. Instead, they took a closer look at his medication. Joseph had been on an older beta blocker for years, one known to cause the very symptoms he was struggling with. Together, they explored newer options. His doctor switched him to a medication with fewer side effects, one better suited for his stage of life and overall goals. And that's when things started to change. Joseph's energy came back. He felt more like himself again, more present, more confident, more connected. His relationship warmed up. The laughter returned. The spark reignited. It wasn't a miracle. It was simply the result of asking the right question and being open to a better solution. Before you accept it as normal aging, ask the right questions. This story isn't rare. It's happening quietly all around us. Too many people settle for less than they deserve, not because they have to, but because they don't know better options exist. So now it's your turn. Have you ever had a moment where speaking up made all the difference in your health or your happiness? Share your story in the comments. You never know who needs to hear exactly what you've been through. Let's take a moment to zoom out. You've spent decades taking care of others, showing up, sacrificing, doing what needed to be done. And now, as you step into this next chapter, it's time to ask, who's taking care of you? Too often, we're told that slowing down, losing interest, or feeling off is just part of getting older. But that's not always true. Sometimes, it's not your age, it's your treatment. You have the right to feel good again, to wake up energized, to feel proud of the person staring back at you in the mirror, to enjoy real connection, without shame, frustration, or fear that something's wrong with you. At 54, 60, 70, it's not too late. It's never too late. One question, one conversation, one shift can open the door to a stronger, more joyful life. If Joseph's story resonated, know this, you're not alone. And you don't have to settle. Now, I'd love to hear from you. Have you ever experienced a side effect from a medication that surprised you, or maybe even changed the way you look at your health? Drop a comment below and let us know. Your story could help someone else ask the question they've been too afraid to ask. I read every comment, and this community learns and grows from each voice, especially yours. If you found this helpful, don't keep it to yourself. Hit that like button so more people can find this message. Subscribe to Better Life After Golden Jubilee for weekly videos that put your health, happiness, and vitality first, because life after 54 should be your best chapter yet. And if you're ready to take the next step, check out our other videos on natural energy boosters, better sleep, and smart aging strategies. This is your time. Make it count. Thanks and see you in the next video.